The wind over the Scottish Highlands whispers secrets of love, war, and broken promises. But for Jamie and Claire, the hills are not just home, they're a battlefield of the heart. Season 8 of Outlander doesn't begin with peace. It begins with shadows. Of the past, of old enemies, and of memories that refuse to stay buried. Jamie Fraser stands at the edge of the moor, his eyes locked on the familiar hills of Lallybrook. The land hasn't changed, but he has. Behind him, Claire watches him silently, her heart heavy with both hope and dread. They've returned to the Highlands not for comfort, but to face what they once left behind. The air is cold, the silence is deep. And the ghosts? They're waiting. From the moment they step into the village, whispers follow them. Some call them heroes. Others still remember the pain of Culloden. Jamie's name carries weight. But so does his past. A man named Callum, once a friend, now looks at Jamie with quiet fury. Years ago, Jamie made a promise to protect someone Callum loved. That promise was broken. Claire senses danger early. The people may smile, but the tension is clear. Old feuds between clans are starting again. A powerful family blames Jamie for a long-lost son's death in battle. They want revenge, and they've been waiting patiently. Claire tries to keep Jamie away from the brewing trouble, but the pull of duty and honor is too strong. At night, Claire starts having dreams, not of the future but of the past. She sees Fergus, Myrta, and even Frank. Faces of those lost, voices calling out, warning her. Something is coming, something neither she nor Jamie can stop. Meanwhile, Jamie receives a letter sealed with an old crest, a family mark he thought had vanished. It's from someone he never expected to hear from again. A woman. Someone who knew Jamie before Claire. Someone who says she's owed a debt. As the sun sets behind the hills, the two lovers hold hands near the fire. They are together, but the past is creeping in. Lallybrook may be home, but this time it may also become a trap. TPS, chatgpt.com, C683AF5B6, 41F4, 8002, AA1B, 42B2, D3E, 6B1 Seardir. Text, the %20 nights %20 in, other %28 %20 once. A sudden storm rolls over, the Highlands darkening the skies above Lallybrook. It's not just the weather. Something inside Claire tells her a storm is coming for them too. And she's right. Tragedy does not knock. It tears the door off its hinges. Jamie returns covered in blood, but not his own. Ian, their brave nephew, has been attacked while protecting the estate. The McKinnons struck without warning, and though Ian survives, his wounds are grave. Jamie blames himself. Claire rushes to save Ian, but deep down, she knows not even her hands can heal everything. The air turns heavy, with grief. As Ian fights for his life, Claire starts to collapse under the pressure. Her body weakens. Her mind fractures with images of a life that hasn't yet happened. She sees Brianna crying in the future, Roger standing alone, a voice, her own voice, telling her that time is running out. She confesses to Jamie. She's not just feeling unwell, she believes she's being called back. The stones may be whispering to her again, demanding her return. Jamie's face hardens. "So you'll leave?" he asks. "After everything?" The question cuts through her like a blade, but just as the pain between them grows, another shock arrives. Fergus brings news from the south. A British general is assembling forces again. Scotland could fall into violence once more. Jamie is torn between protecting his homeland or saving what's left of his family. The final blow comes when Claire discovers something terrifying during a medical check on Jamie. A lump. Something that doesn't belong. She hides the discovery, fearing what it means, but the fear grows inside her like a shadow. Now two battles rage, one outside, one within. The heartache is deep, but the silence is worse. Jamie fights for Scotland. Claire fights to keep him alive, and time fights to take them both. The Highland winds howl louder now. Lallybrook no longer feels like home. It feels like the edge of something final. The house is quiet, too quiet. Ian's recovery is uncertain. Jamie barely speaks. Claire walks. The hall's alone, her thoughts spinning between two worlds. One she loves, one that's calling her back. The tension outside turns deadly. Callum's alliance with the McKinnons becomes open war. Their forces gather in the hills. Jamie has no choice. He must lead his people once more. Claire begs him not to go. He cups her face in his hands, eyes burning, voice shaking. If this is the last time I hold you, know that I never stop choosing you. He rides into the mist-covered glen, leaving Claire behind with only her heartbeat to keep her company. But she can't sit still. Not this time. Not when she might lose him forever. Claire makes a desperate choice. She gathers supplies, mounts a horse, and rides into the battle herself. Not as a soldier, but as a healer, a woman who refuses to let fate win. Along the way, she's injured by a wild rider but still presses forward, bleeding and broken until she finds him. The final battle isn't one of glory, it's one of blood, fear, and screams. Jamie lies wounded on the ground and Claire fights, her way through chaos to reach him. She places trembling hands on his chest. He's still breathing, but barely. As she works to save him, something strange happens. Time itself seems to freeze. The battlefield fades. The wind stops. She hears a voice, a whisper from the stones. One life for two hearts, one choice. She looks down at Jamie, then up at the sky. The voice asks again, return to the future, or stay and risk everything. Jamie stirs. Don't go, he whispers. Claire cries, torn in two, but in that moment, she chooses not time, not safety. She chooses him. The season ends with Claire lying beside Jamie, the war behind them for now, their bodies bruised, their future uncertain, but their hands still clasped, because some love is not bound by time. It survives it. Time is no longer silent. It hums beneath Claire's skin like a second heartbeat. After the battle, as Jamie slowly recovers, strange signs begin to appear. Clocks stop. Reflections shift. The air turns thick near the stones. Even Fergus says he saw a light in the forest that didn't belong to this world. It's as if the timeline itself is reacting to Claire's choice to stay. But time doesn't like to be cheated. The pull grows stronger with each passing day. Claire feels her body weakening. Not from illness, but from separation. The stones demand balance. And now that she's changed fate by staying, they're beginning to take something in return. She starts to vanish in brief flashes, her skin flickering like candlelight. Jamie sees it happen. He holds her tightly, terrified. The woman he risked everything for might be torn from him anyway. At the same time, a stranger arrives at Lallybroch. A woman dressed oddly, like someone out of time. She calls herself Eliza, and claims to be from the future. She's looking for someone, and she believes it's Claire. Eliza warns them that the stones are becoming unstable. Someone has traveled back from the future using untested means, and it has caused a crack in the timeline. If not fixed, it could erase everything, including Claire and Jamie. Claire faces a terrible choice. She must return through the stones to repair the damage, but doing so may trap her in the future forever. Jamie listens quietly, then turns to her with tears in his eyes. Then we go together, he says. But the stones won't allow both. Only one can travel through now. They spend one final night under the stars. Jamie sings an old Gaelic lullaby as Claire rests against him. They make no promises, just hold each other like it's the last time. In the morning, Claire walks toward the stones. Her heart is shattering. Each step feels like betrayal, but when she reaches them, nothing happens. The stones don't glow. No hum. No pull. She turns around and sees Eliza fading. It's done, Eliza says. The timeline chose. You belong here. Claire collapses in relief. Jamie runs to her, wraps her in his arms. For now, time has given them mercy, but the warning is clear. They will not get another chance. because love may be stronger than time, but time never forgets who cheats it. Shall I now begin section 6, with more intensity and emotional buildup?